That's what I like here. Okay, let me share with you. You see it?
Yep.
Cool. Alright, so early lane. So again, like, I was kind of talking to you about it, like, if you were able to, like, shove the lane, and, like, again, I'm not, like, expert on, like, individual mid lane matchups, but just, like, thinking about it, right, if you're a melee, and you're getting shoved under tower consistently, it's gonna be really hard for you to last it, because she's gonna be able to, like, harass you under tower, and she gets to use her spells on you rather than on the minions. So, like, if you walk up to this wave and just straight up, like, Q it, like, you can, okay, so there's two things. You can just Q the wave, right, and, like, catch all those, like, all the ranged ones back there with a double hit, and, like, chunk them out pretty significantly. Or you cannot, and you can let her kind of shove into you, so the lane would stop. It's like the second wave, because, again, level 2 is when you can, like, all-in her. So, like, if you let the wave get to about here, and, like, you just stay back and let her shove you in, and then you get level 2, and then you can engage on her. Because, again, like, with your triple pot plus TP, like, you're super safe to do whatever you want.
I miss it, CS.
Yep,
Feels
painful.
bad, man.
That's when it began. It's like, now that the lane's, like, awkwardly here, you just need to, like, shove this as fast as you can. Because if you're up in this area, she can still harass you and everything. But also, you all of a sudden can't all in her because she's so close in proximity to her tower. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you either have to hard shove it in, and then, like, go up and ward Raptors, and, like, kind of, like, roleplay Talia. Or you let it come back in, and as soon as, like, you're one minion off, right? Then you can all in.
Roleplay Talia.
See, so, like, again, like, I think you Q for the last hit here, which doesn't make a lot of sense, because actually right now, because, again, she's still level 1 of, oh, wait, no, she at level 2 first.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really rough for you, when she's here, because now she has E and can stop you, but had she been level 1, you don't Q that, and you auto E, E, Q, right?
Yep.
And win the trade no matter what.
So. At this point, I know Hecarim started. I'm pretty sure he started blue buff, and then I walk up ward here, and then use the
you also
ad.
walking up there. You didn't get experience for the last ranged minion, which is really bad.
Okay.
And like this, you shouldn't just be last hitting here. You need to be using your Q to last hit this. Because look, the lane is in a terrible spot for you because Hecarim comes in for the gank, but like even if you don't know he's there, you have to assume that he can be nearby. And now the lane is frozen right there, which is absolutely terrible for you. Like, it's bad to have the lane frozen against you in mid as a ranged character, but like as a melee, it's almost impossible to play it.
Okay. So then at this point, I need jungle help because I messed up.
But like Nidalee like can't take out time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
So I just can't mess up.
Yeah, so you just like so again like now you're doing it sort of right. Like you're just letting her like slow push into you. So you're actually going to be able to like theoretically you should be able to like get it to stop back here.
And then I make the mistake of queuing the way before it gets to my tower.
Yeah. Because again, like, yeah, again, you don't need to be up here autoing these minions because it should just come back into you. Like, getting hit by that right there, that's, like, inexcusable. Because if you literally just sit back here, like, your minions aren't in danger of dying, or their minions aren't in danger of dying to yours. So, like, you can just chill and wait for it to come into you.
Okay.
And now, so you take, like, terrible trade, right? You get chunked out a ton. And now all the minions are going to get one shot by the tower. Besides, like, 2 of them, I think. Yeah.
And then I should have just recalled there instead of dying here.
I don't think you actually need a recall, but again, like, why are you queuing this wave?
I don't know.
Like, you have to think about every spell you make or use. Because every Q you make, okay, so, okay, you get solo killed here, but like, if we go back a second, like, every Q like, you don't lose because you overstay. You lose because of the 2 Qs you threw out before the whole trade went down. Because, like, okay, where's Q1? Because, okay, right now, no, oh wait, I think it happened a little sooner. Okay, let's watch it here.
This is the first Q.
Yeah. Like, that's Q1 because before that happened, like, it would have stayed frozen here. So, like, now it's gonna push into them, but slowly. It'll slowly push into her, and she can actually ruin it. Like, that Q she made, that can actually kind of swing things a little bit. But yeah, that's just bad because, like, again, like, you should be able to eat it.
If
like,
I
yeah, right.
If I had E'd the other way, I wouldn't have died.
Yep.
I wouldn't have taken the auto. So I just needed to E backwards instead of E'ing forwards. So that was my mistake.
Yeah. So okay, so here, like, coming into lane, like, you just had better gold to, like, get the Dorans, plus you'd already gotten chunked out. So I was honestly hoping you could shove this wave that's coming in, like, see these 2 waves, recall and build Dark Seal. That was what I was hoping because, again, you have teleport, she doesn't. So if you can, like, even though you're behind in gold right now, if you shove in a couple waves, and get that in your pocket, you'll be, like, at a lot better spot in the lane.
I needed to flash right there, but she hit 6 anyway, so even if I flashed, I was dead. Yeah, the ult started before the stun was over.
You see Hecarim now.
Yeah, I just wasn't looking at the minimap. I'm an idiot. So, I'd look at minimap more.
Yeah, that was like 7 seconds, like 5 to 7 seconds in advance too, before anything happened. But now you're just at a really awkward recall time, so you can't build anything. You come in here, like, queuing this wave again is bad. Like, you can just farm it under tower, and now you can't get any of it again.
But then I get a good trade.
This was a really good trade. Enter E was terrible.
Got a flash.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you not have lethal here?
I think I do.
I think you can just E. Okay, we're gonna check out the damage one more time. Like the first, like how much your E or your E plus Q does.
Yeah, I think the thought process that I had was Thunderlords wasn't up, so I didn't want to risk that Hecarim being there would kill me, cause she still had ult, or she had ult at this point, and I knew she had ult.
But you have your ult too, so like if things ever got, like, you could go out. You also just saw Hecarim flicker on the minimap up there. I think you had it.
Okay.
I think you go for that, because also like, okay, another thing you should do, like, you should just left clicker all the time in lane because it brings up like this avatar thing. There's a bunch of like helpful things it'll give you, like move speed, and like if you're chasing someone down, you just compare move speeds, to see if you'll be able to catch them. And it also, like, mana is super important, and like it'll also give her items so you can see how many pots she has, because with the corrupting you can be super like aggressive with that and like run her down on her potions.
So I should just build yeah, this is where I was trying to fix it.
Yeah, and yes, you could go for the ruby right here, but I think you just want Amp Tome to be able to shove out waves, because now you can't even like really show your face in lane, like, because you're so far behind now, that you really just want to like shove lane with Q, shove lane, like, 2 Qs to kill a wave, and then like go Raptors.
Yeah, and then you can't see anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where you go to Raptors. Okay. So this ward here is really bad because, like,
I should have warded
what does
that.
it actually show you? It tells you that Raptors are there 1 second before. Your 2 options are you have 3 options. You can ward here, you can ward here, or you can ward here. This one's a decent one. This one is probably the best one right here. This is number 1. Except that you see red buff is spawning soon, so I would actually put it up here. But because your minion wave's up there too, like you're pretty safe, so you could go all the way up here. But again, at the same time, Trindamir's missing, so if you go up here and it turns out that this is pinked, because that's another thing. Like this checks to see if there's pinks. So this is probably the best one. This is probably the other option because red buff is spawning soon.
Okay.
And that is also same thing goes. You're probably never gonna run again into it in solo queue, but you know like Talia, how you shove level 1.
Yeah.
You have to you don't have to in solo queue, but like you should ward either here or here again, unless you know their jungler started bot side, because some junglers now in competitive at least are starting on red buff, and then like coming down because they're level 2, you're still level 1 when Talia walks in here to take the pit. And then the mid laner just collapses on them here, and then they're gone.
That's why I stopped doing the push into Raptor Steel. I start Q, go for a level 1 trade, because Talia's level 1 is ridiculous. And then after the level 1 trade, I walk away, let them slow push the wave into me, because the majority of the time, jungler's looking to try to kill Talia, because she's so immobile. So I let them slow push the wave in, and then I go for the level 3 all in with Ignite, and try for a kill, because junglers kept screwing me over at Raptors.
Yep.
Literally every single time I tried to take it, the jungler was sitting there.
Just remember those words, and you should be relatively safe.
Yeah.
And then like you took a lot of damage from it too, because like you could also just Q and Q to clear the wave, but using 2 potions for that is kind of not worth.
Okay.
But again, like that Q makes no sense. Like, why not just like EE and then Q all of that? Like, it'll shove so much faster. And then you're also like, the side effect of it pushing faster is also you don't have to like hover around in like this like no man's land area, because that's when you're really vulnerable to ganks. Because Hecker, if you're just playing behind like this kind of invisible line here, you can never get ganked by Hecarim really. Like, unless you just, like, are unable physically to press R.
Yeah.
But, like, junglers, like, if you're behind that, most junglers won't even want to go for it, unless, like, you're super low and it's a dive.
And Italy just wanted to gank.
Yeah, I know. The worst possible scenario, like, forget Italy, but, like, the worst possible scenario for you is at this stage of the game when you're already behind, is to keep getting shoved into tower. Because you're just going to keep losing CS. So, like, yeah, this is good when you're just, like, clearing this wave. And then you clear this and back immediately, and you should probably go Kindle Gem. Yeah. Yeah, you should have recalled here, especially like if you can recall in cannon waves. Oh, that circle didn't work.
Yeah, I try to, whenever I'm thinking about pushing and like back timings, I try to push the wave before cannon wave and then recall.
Yep.
That's the right thing to do, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's correct. Oh my god, that was where I was like, just press R. Oh my god. I mean, you lived, so I can't say. You might have even died had you pressed R, but
I'd like to live life dangerously.
That was dangerous.
And then just R back in the lane to get the farm.
Yeah. I think that's okay.
Well, that E. N-A-E.
This is so bad. Oh god. Like, cause there's like no actual answer. Because like this is one of the issues with mid echo is if you're behind and you're not in the position to continually shove, because that's mid echo, like mid AP echo is so powerful when you can just continually shove in and do what Syndra's doing to you to the enemy laner. But because you're behind right now, you can't. And that's why I was saying like bot lane should just go mid.
Okay.
Because like they don't have like tower pressure down there. Like in an ideal world, like Nidalee or like you guys TP down bot, like you just sack mid tower, and trade it for bot kills plus bot tower. This like I don't even know what's going on.
I clown fiesta.
Like I can't even analyze that. But like okay, so ideal world, like competitive play, you're getting like shafted this from the mid lane. Like your jungle top, like you set up a 5-man bot, right? And you forget mid lane, all right? You lose that because like that tower's gonna go down over time anyways. Like usually mid towers don't drop, but because of how bad you're getting beaten over there, it will. And then you can set up a play, take down this tower in the bot lane, and then you can rotate your AD carry support mid, and you can either stay mid if it's frozen back here, or go bot if they push it back into you, because that like ends laning phase, and that's how they're gonna destroy you guys, because like they're winning top, mid, and bot lane right now. You all need to get out of lane phase. Right,
I should have flashed for the auto there, but then again we kill them anyway. So
no, I don't think you actually have to flash for it, because like you can chase into this. There's a play in here that I needed you to make.
The R on the Hecarim. Right there, right before.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying, I think.
And then I flashed there, not having to, but I was thinking that Nidalee would somehow miss the spear. And then
okay,
the
so like right here,
spear.
right here, the curtain call, that thing that got canceled, by Nidalee, or he like auto canceled it because Nidalee was on him. But yeah, ulting onto Hecarim right there because he can't turn onto you. He doesn't even have Triforce finished yet. If you look up in the top.
Yeah, he already missed Alt E. He doesn't have W cooldown because he used it when he walked in, but then we kill him anyway. So I shouldn't have flashed there.
No.
The flash process was because I figured if he lived somehow, Nidalee not hitting the spear or something, my flash would have guaranteed the kill. But
it wouldn't have even because he was ulting.
But I already had the phase dive auto in process. So
yeah,
when
but he's untargetable when he ults.
When he ults over the wall, he's untargetable.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Fun. Hecarim, good champion.
So, well, even if the auto's in midair, like I'm mid blink, does it still not do anything?
It won't go.
That's dumb.
And Nidalee either had like red smite or red buff.
Okay.
Or like maybe she got him like right as he casted, and it was just like awkward interaction. But like during it, he shouldn't take any damage. Or he's not invulnerable, but he's untargetable, right?
Wouldn't I have gone over the wall with him though, if the blink was already in?
No.
Okay.
He's untargetable, so you couldn't have right-clicked him again to like actually follow through with it.
I was already mid auto.
It's like Fizzy. You know, Playful Trickster.
Okay.
It's that same interaction.
I'm
I think you can jump on her there when she misses her E.
Okay.
Because you know, like Hecarim's not on the map yet. Yeah. It's like a small thing.
died.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't jump on her unless she misses her E. But like that right there, I would go in because then you also get your second proc of Q. And like you probably can't kill her, but you can trade with her.
I know she had no flash.
Hecarim was actually there. I lied. Bad idea. I probably skipped forward. That's what I thought. Yeah. You just want merc treads.
I need to work on my buy speed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were also asking me what to buy, so.
Yeah, true.
And you should have already gotten blue trinket by now.
True. I didn't look if I was level 9 or not.
Oh my god. Everyone on your team has yellow trinket. Even Bard with the Sightstone. God bless.
Gold soul, like you.
Very good. And like again, like your team letting the lane phase last this long is just absolutely terrible, and you're just gonna keep losing it. Because like no one wants to stay in lane versus Tryndamere. No one wants to. You can't stay in lane here. Your bot lane's like doing okay, but they're losing 2v2.
Yeah, that right there was the Skype
Yeah.
like.
It's awkward. We're gonna speed through a little bit.
And this is just never lucky.
Wait, I think you could have actually. Hold up.
Cannon was coming down, he didn't have ult. So I wanted to ult away so Tsunami couldn't kill along with the Syndra ult damage.
Had you waited like half a second sooner, your shadow would have gone right there and you could have hit her.
Okay.
I don't think it's actually enough to kill her, but
I think the process was just me trying to get
you
her
were just trying to get her ability. I'm just trying to see if there was like a way.
for me to kill.
Oh, dude, I think you could.
Yeah, because Thunderlords would have hit her.
Yeah.
I would have
you
proc
kill,
Thunderlords, I would have killed her.
Yeah. You would have killed her.
Feels bad, man. So I need
That's just damage foresight right there, because you can afford to like get chunked to there, because that's what would happen. You'd get hit by like 2 more balls, but it would chunk her to like there, right? Because your ulti does so much damage, and then like honestly like
would kill
yeah,
her.
and also it not only that, you get like the 3rd proc, because she has 2 procs on her right now.
Yeah.
Yep, you have her.
Well, no, the
Doesn't
Q
she?
would have procted it
Yeah.
as my ult went off. So the Q would have done the damage, and then the ult proc Thunderlords would have killed her.
Oh yeah. Unlucky. But you get out safely.
Yeah.
And like, okay, so this is a really hard thing to do, but you can actually win that fight. You can't, but if you just like quickly look there, you can actually win that. And like, again, like it's also hard because you have to know if Kennen has flash. But if Kennen has flash, and obviously like he's facing that way, but there is a world where Kennen has flash ulti and they're both dead. Or at least Syndra, because Trind obviously has ulti.
No, I'm pretty sure Trinami used ulti when Nidalee tried to burst him. Can we check?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like,
Oh yeah, sure.
if he didn't have ulti, you know what I mean? Like, if he didn't have ulti, then yeah,
Didn't
you
have
would have
ulti,
killed
he's
him too. Yeah.
Little late on the phase dive there.
And like this sucks so much. Okay, so again, like this fight doesn't really matter. What matters is that you should be the one down here, because you're the one with teleport in 2 seconds. And like, again, it's not your fault because Jinx probably wouldn't have let you have the wave anyways. But like, again, like the stuff I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't just like pertain to the specific game. Like, you should be like in most games, if like a similar scenario to this happens, where there's a tower down, there's a freeze opportunity, and they're grouping up in the mid lane, you should be down in bot lane.
Okay.
Because it, like, let's say you have TP, you're Jinx right now and you have TP. There's a world where you guys can actually fight this and win, but because Jinx is bot, it's a 4 versus 5, and you guys can't even go in. You know, even if you do land like this 2-man stun right here, like it doesn't matter because it's 45.
And the fact that Trinami is sitting on cannon.
Hold up. Sorry, this probably you probably wouldn't have been allowed to, but you could have ulted for a stun. I'm pretty sure. You probably would have died and it wouldn't have gotten a kill. I want to double check, because that would have been pretty nasty. Oh wait, no, never mind. It looked like your shadow thing was that, like that was a person.
Oh.
And I was like, that would have been.
Ult was 4 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, that's true too. But like, I was like, damn, dude, that would be a nasty ult.
Yep. No, it was sitting in the minion wave.
Yeah. Oh god. And yeah, like walking up like that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that was my bad.
This is the issue you run into with AP Ekko once again.
Yep.
Like, it's not bad, but
I would like to blame it on Skype screen share, but I'm not going to until.
No, I mean, like, and honestly, like, yes, you played mechanically wrong, but like your team was to blame for a lot of like the map movements. Like, you should have been balling. Like, I don't know how Jinx dies there. That's just terrible.
Trinami ult dive.
Yeah. I mean, I do know how she dies there. I don't know why she would have. But yeah,
It's gold.
I don't know what was TP. I don't think you TP here. I mean, like, yes, you die, but like, even like in general, I don't think you go.
I mean, I almost blow up the Thresh, but
Yeah, but like, it's not worth it, because like they're gonna get the tower no matter what, even if you show up and get a kill or two. Whereas you could have just like kept farming bot, because like this sets you even more behind. Like you're already so behind. You're not doing like, yeah. If you have like 6 kills or something, and you're gonna be able to like burst like a couple of them, maybe yeah, but that's just painful to like lose that. And like because you could have also just kept pressuring bot.
I could have killed the tower a lot sooner.
Yeah.
That Jinx ult.
I'm just gonna skip through this. It was just a bunch of like playing around with the split push. And like there was a couple times when you were split pushing bot lane where I was telling you like back, but like not like recall, but like back up. And that's just like playing the split push game. So like you have to like stay in the fog of war basically. Like if you don't see like 4 or 5 of them on the map, like over in like mid lane or whatever. And then as soon as you see them, you can step up. They go into the fog of war, you go into the fog of war, right? And it's like a dance when you're split pushing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, you can just keep shoving this. This is totally fine.
Shove.
Team actually won that 4v5.
I don't know how.
Yeah, neither
Probably
do
can and all.
I. And then yeah, and you stop pushing entirely. Like I tell you to back here because 1, you have like you can
I have
buy
enough
that.
to finish.
And 2, your team stop pressuring. So like if you're split pushing, you're not split pushing if no one else is creating pressure. You're just suiciding. Okay. Right. Like if your team's pushing mid or pushing top, then you walk up, and that's okay. Because then they have to like split up their resources. If you're the only one creating pressure on the map, then they just say, oh well, we can just send 5 people over there. Like it's no big deal.
Okay.
Alright, let's set this up. So I think you should actually rotate over sooner. Alright. So like I told you over here, you probably didn't need to because we saw like all of them up here. But I think I told you that a little bit sooner.
So looking for a ward.
Yeah. But again,
I should have used F keys there.
Kennen
Like
didn't
F.
have ult. Yeah, like LS's F keys thing, I totally agree with. It's nice, but like I mean, you used your mini map, like that's okay too. Like it's a little bit slower, but it's not something I get like anal about.
I just need to get used to the F keys.
Yeah.
I should probably switch the F keys to my macro buttons on my keyboard.
Yeah, that's good.
So then I can just M1, M2, M3, M4, M5.
And then, yeah, and then what I would do, so here, I'm going to pause it before we get into this so we can talk about the F keys. For F keys, rearrange your scoreboard before every game. Do you already do that?
Usually, but
So, like,
I
it's
think
like
this
top-
game I forgot.
Top, jungle, mid, AD, and support. Because that way, like, key 1. Oh, and then also, like, I like to, because my F keys are in, like, groups of 4, like, where they're on my keyboard.
Yeah.
So, like, I like to unbind, or, like, yeah, unbind self-camera from F1. Because self-camera's on F1 and space. So, I like to unbind it so it's just on spacebar, so that my 4 keys, so, like, top is 1, jungle's 2, mid is 3, and then AD carry is 4, and support's 5, but, like, whichever one I am, it takes it out, and everything else moves up 1. So, like, you know, it's just like, it's so like I know where top, mid, and jungle are every time, you know, it doesn't really change that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can do what you want with that. Coming in on the side.
I'm going into a custom to fix it.
Yep, that was a good
What
pick.
about OP?
I don't think you necessarily have to back off though, especially with ulti.
I didn't know Cinder had ult or not. But, I mean, yeah.
But I mean, you have
ulti
ulti
would've-
too,
Yeah,
and
ulti
like,
would've-
and Kennen's coming in with ultimate. Like, that's something you have to check. Like, when you see Kennen coming in, like, look up there because Kennen's so much more powerful with ulti than he is without. And like other things to be checking too is like you should just be bringing up tab to see what your teammates' items are because like if Kennen has Rylai's, that's another big one that can say yeah we can chase him down for a bit. It's like you get it, and like your team's here. Like you can keep pressuring. Like you can. Yeah, you don't have to walk behind them. Because imagine if Kennen has flash here, and then instead of Syndra having to E him because he's in the front, she has to E you because you're like standing here, you know. And then Kennen can just like flash ulti in, Flash Proto Belt ulti and get a double kill. Like that's so much better, you know.
I think I flash here and jump onto her,
I think
and
you
then
do
she
too.
flashes.
Yeah. But like this, if you're in the front, this all happens like over in this area.
I should have ulted there,
Oh,
And
this is what I was
jump
talking
on the
about. Yeah. Check this out.
but then I die anyway, because I'm an idiot. Like right.
Alright, so right now your Shadow's there and Jin is over there.
Right. Now.
Right there. Yep. The second it happens, you just go back. Because then he, like, you die like 100% of the time. Without Flash, you die 100% of the time. Because you can't E that way. Because then Thresh has you. And then you can't actually make it to here to get out. So you just have to go back. And that's just, like, that's one of those really hard things to identify in the, like, at the time it happens. But it's one of those things that you just have to do. What you could have actually, another way around that too, to be really cute. I'll walk you through it. And this is when you just like go straight Yasuo on it. So one, you have to dodge that first bullet, right? Your E has to be sooner. And then two, like, and this is like frame perfect stuff. You don't walk out of range here because there's no way you're actually making it out. You can't walk out of range of your E on Thresh. Because then you return to Thresh immediately to dodge the second bullet. And again, like you would still be like that much HP. Maybe even a little bit more. Had you done those two. And then third bullet. You probably get flayed. You probably get flayed and get hit by the third bullet. Also, you took the third bullet shot. But if you're doing the play I talked about where you E back onto Thresh and you dodge two, then you get hit by the third because you get flayed, and then you ult out of the fourth. And you probably live.
We could have lived if I sidestepped that. But then I would have sidestepped into Thresh anyway.
Yeah, you'd win. You're down.
Dang it.
Those are the two ways out. Either all in on Jin, or like do the ridiculous,
Yasuo.
or play Yasuo.
Hasaki.
Hasaki. Alright, so the spot push is okay. Again, like yes, they need a ward for you, but like okay, they need a ward for you, and even if they don't, like, you don't like change your game plan. Like you still stay down here because like the worst case scenario is that they stop doing Baron, but you're like walking up because you're like, well, they're not gonna place a ward for me to TP, and now you lose out on all this. Just hope to God that your team can like do it for you. You know?
Still no ward.
But like you wouldn't even TP in on that.
Yeah.
Like they are getting caught in the jungle. Just doesn't make sense. Maybe because everyone has yellow trinkets when they're getting destroyed. Get blue trinkets if you're behind, so you can, you know, blue trinket onto Baron and not get caught. Might be good. Your Qs are wrong. Like, how does it not hit that? Come on.
I don't know.
Come on.
I mean, at least they started to come back just from fun.
And like, yes, this game they ended up all pushing top after Baron, so you probably could have gotten pressure on that tower, this tower, and maybe even taken it. But like, they're going out of Fog of War, they have 4-second recalls. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Because like 8 or 9 out of 10 times they're gonna send someone back, and they did send back Hecarim. Base defense for a while. Nothing's really happening until this. Again, there's no reason for you guys to be leaving your base right now. Like, what are you actually contesting here?
Not sure.
That Wraith camp that isn't there? I don't know, man. Like, even if you win this fight, it doesn't make sense to actually have it occur. Because, like, it would be different if you guys were picking someone on their team, but that's not the case. You guys were just randomly trying to re-enter your jungle when your defense line is there.
And then I died a 1-0 from Trinimir there.
Yeah.
You know, I might have actually been able to kill Trinimir with the third proc from my,
I mean, he has ulti. You
Thunderlords.
can't, like, rely on him not pressing R, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Like, that's just not a good game plan, because... like, take the plays that, like, are gonna work out, like, 80 to 90% of the time, rather than ones that are, like, a complete coin flip.
I mean, would this be one of those points in the game where it would be worth it to take the risk, or is
No,
it
because
still
if
not
you
worth it at
if you
all?
take the risk, like, okay, there's a possibility like that you don't lose this inhibitor, like death timers permitting and everything, and like you just are able to force them off. If you die, there's a 0% chance that that inhibitor lives. You know.
Yeah.
And again, it can change game to game, but like especially like let's say okay, the enemy team just got Baron. They're like taking down your mid inhib, right? And they're 5 members strong, and it's you and Bard alive. You aren't gonna engage onto them because if you two die, then you lose the whole game, right? Like, and here, no, that wasn't the case, but like, it's not worth it to maybe get a kill or lose the game, you know? Or in this case, get a kill or lose the inhibitor, you know? And it just so happened that this time it was you didn't get the kill and you also lost the inhibitor. Like, this doesn't make sense again. Like, why are you going... Like, obviously Thresh has friends, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If he's, like, walking up and being like that.
And I just died of enemy.
I think you ulti back, actually. You should have. Oh, you did?
Yeah. And
I think
I
you took
died
too long.
because I waited because I didn't wait the extra second to kill Thresh.
See, I disagree with that because again, like trading 1-for-1 on Thresh doesn't matter at this point because you're gonna lose the game. You have to survive. Yeah. Like trading 1-for-1 doesn't matter, you know, because 4 people are still gonna be able to take down the game. I think you have to like again, you probably lose no matter what, but you have to ultimate sooner, and just like try and run away. But you know, it doesn't end up mattering because you lose the game anyways. Alrighty.
Somehow I just Skype screen share. Lol. Full screen preview. Let's share screen with this.
Alright, you wanna do one more?
Sure. I'd rather do a game that I actually do well in.
Yep.
So you don't think I'm a pleb. Lol.